Hey guys, it's your boy Nick Banks coming back at it again this week with another video, and I want to say first and foremost, thank you guys for rocking with me. I know I haven't posted in a couple weeks, but we about to get back into it. Today is a special day. We're posting on an odd day, and it's called Draft Day. All right, we are now talking about the draft. I've made videos on the draft before, but I want to give you guys my opinion so you guys know what to look out for as we head into the draft. All right, first and foremost, I don't think we're getting our point guard this year. If you look at the point guards available, there are some draft boards that are saying Killian Hayes might go down to us, Halliburton might go down to us, but in reality I think our real options we're probably looking at are Tyrese Halliburton and Killian Hayes, as far as it goes with that Tyrese Halliburton and Kyra Lewis, and I don't really see anybody else being in that talk for that 8th pick. And for Kyra Lewis, that 8th pick is kind of high, but they might make that reach. So I don't really think we're going for a point guard. I think in reality, this is going to be the draft where we really look to attack one of our biggest needs, and that's shooters. We have no shooters. We have nothing going from the outside. If you look at the two guys that we are locked into for sure, that is RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. Now, unless we trade up for, for that 2nd pick and go after, I think maybe Lonzo Ball, but Lonzo Ball is probably going with that one. But maybe Anthony Edwards, or if we were to trade up to 2, we definitely have to give Mitchell Robinson to the Warriors, meaning we'd probably believe in James Wiseman, so probably draft James Wiseman with that pick. But I want to tell you guys, I don't really see that happening. This is one of those drafts with a lot of parity. 1 to 3, those guys are pretty much set. We already know what those guys are going to be. We know that's going to be Lonzo Ball, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman. Which way they go, we don't know, but those are the top 3. And out of those 3 guys, they probably have the most superstar potential in this draft right now. But I want to tell you guys, even knowing that, all these guys have holes in their game. LaMelo Ball is probably looked at right now as having the highest star potential in this draft. And if we look at it, look at how he played. He can't shoot the 3 ball. He doesn't really play defense, or he's not very good at it. And he has a hard time breaking down his man to score. He's good at getting the offense going, really good. He has great vision, but he has a hard time creating for himself and has poor shot selection due to the fact that he has a hard time creating for himself. So he's kind of forced into these positions where he has to take these shots that he probably shouldn't really be taking. Now, I'm going to tell you, the best player in this draft, I think, probably won't even come in that top 5 range. Maybe won't even come in that top 10 range. This is going to be a sleeper that's going to boom and come out onto the scene. And you guys best expect that, because there's just, the way teams are analyzing right now, they've had too much time. You understand? These teams they've had so many months to be looking at these guys, that we're looking at, game footage, of course. We're looking at workout footage. We're not really getting to work with these guys as much in person as we like to. But understand, with all this time, these teams, from what I understand, are bringing in their physical, their physio guys, their physical training guys, and having them look at them. Say, what do you think about the way this guy runs? What do you think about the way this guy moves, how he jumps, how he lands, how he braces for impact? Does that look like he's going to be a player with longevity, right? Does that look like he can last? what injuries do you see happening? What does he put strain on, right? So these guys are getting in depth. I mean, this is getting really scientific with this draft, okay? So they got a lot on mind. And when you don't have any clear cut, this guy's better than this guy's going to be this guy's going to be that. And now you've taken the time and you're looking at this guy might get hurt, this guy might not. And now you got to weigh all this together and really form your decision based on so much. I mean, it's like a gluttony of information, right? It's like if you're learning chess and I gave you 7 different strategies and you're trying to, in your mind, figure out how you're going to set up the game, you know, you got too much information. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do with all this, you know? So I think these guys are really going to go in, and there's going to be a lot of factors at play. So we don't really know who's going to go. But like I said, look for shooters. I think especially with our late first rounder and our second round pick, expect shooters, okay? Our second round pick, look towards Tyler Bay. Shot over 40% from 3, almost 42% from 3 in college, all right? That's as a junior. Look at Isaiah Joe, okay? And we're talking about our second round pick. This is how I'm breaking it down for you guys, because I want you to understand that our first pick may not be the best pick. Isaiah Joe, another shooter, all right? He might tear it up for us. We might look at Nico Magnon. You know, he has a great feel for the game. So that might be another guy we look at with our second round pick, our 38th pick overall. Now with that 28th pick we have, our late first rounder, or rather, I'm sorry, with our 27th pick, we might look towards a guy like Desmond Bane. 44% from the 3-point line, okay? We might look towards Jaden McDaniels. He is someone who, he had a lot of hype on him in high school, I feel like. And Jaden McDaniels, he kind of disappointed with Washington. But he's one of those guys that you might take that risk, because you're like, he has a lot of talent and we can take that risk. Look towards Cassius Winston, Tyrell Terry. You know, those might be some point guards they may look to pick up. Malachi Flynn, you know, those might be some point guards they look to pick up with that pick. And there's another guy that's a little bit of a sleeper. Look towards Aleksej Pokusevski, okay? Now, he's been anywhere from top 10 to second round pick in these draft boards, okay? So if he does make it to us at that 28th pick, I think he's a guy they're gonna jump on, just off of potential. He's definitely a bit of a freak, and it's gonna be a while till he's really ready to produce, but he's definitely a guy you should look towards. Another guy might be Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart, you know, grew up looking towards Ewing, and he's a little small, he's a little undersized, but he gets busy, he gets it done in the paint. So you know what I mean, he might be someone we might look towards. They used to say Jalen Smith, but I think Jalen Smith shot up, and I don't think he's someone where we really have that potential to pick up right now. But another guy, you know, like I said, probably looking towards Kira Lewis, probably looking towards Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think Denny of DJ is going to go down to us. I think we're looking towards a wing or a forward, but I think Denny's probably going up high. Obi might slide down to us, and if that happens, that's a blessing. You know, Isaac Okoro, he might be an option we look at, you know, but I know they're looking towards fit with RJ, okay? So he can't really shoot like that, but he is an elite defender, and he knows how to get to the rim. There's a potential that he has there that I think we haven't really seen yet. And I think he's definitely gonna be a go-getter. I think he has a high motor, and if he really goes at it offensively, that kid's gonna be a beast. All right. I'm a big Killian Hayes fan, but I don't think Killian falls down to us. All right. They might look towards Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey shot 45% from the 3-point line. Okay, that's crazy. Do you understand how many guys I just told you shot over 40% from the 3-point line in college? Sadiq Bey shot 45.1% from the 3-point line as a sophomore. Now, he didn't do that in his freshman year. I mean, he was a good shooter, but he wasn't to this level. So now you got a question: was this a fluke, or is he really that guy? Now, if he's that guy, you might look at him and say, all right, let's pick him up. Another guy we might be looking towards is Devin Vassell. All right, Devin Vassell is a two-way player. He's a beast. 40% from the 3-point line, lockdown defender. And he's not afraid to put the ball on the floor. Now, he's not gonna, be putting anybody in the mix, but it is what it is. He can shoot the ball. He can play defense. That's a guy, that would definitely benefit us. And I want to tell you guys a sleeper pick. All right, Aaron Naismith. Aaron Naismith shot over 50% from the 3-point line. Okay, over 50%. 50%. Over half his attempts behind the 3-point line went in. And that's on 8 attempts a game. Now, he didn't play a lot of games. He only played 14 games. But at over 8 attempts a game, and you make half of them, and you do that for 14 games, that's, if you play 2 weeks, a game every day, you had 2 weeks on fire. The hottest 2 weeks some of us ever seen. You know what I mean? So if we add a guy like that, as shooting like that, that'll be deadly. I think RJ is a really good passer, and I think in this system that Thibodeau is gonna run, I think we're gonna be looking towards a lot of ball movement, a lot of passing and catching guys, getting guys good looks, first and foremost. So when you got a shooter like that's deadly. Everybody's gonna have an adjustment period going to the league, especially considering that they don't have the amount of time that they had before. These guys are gonna be getting drafted, looking for their home in New York, and flying out here. All right, they're not gonna have time really to settle in. It's gonna be you fly to New York and you're getting into training camp, because in reality, even though training camp doesn't start till December 1st, every year these guys start up, at least 2 weeks early, 3 weeks early. These guys, these rooks, they're gonna have to get started immediately so they can learn some of what we're looking for in the offense. These guys are gonna get in. They're gonna get in the gym. They're gonna get busy, and they're gonna look towards really improving their game. So I would say be on the lookout for any shooters that you know of. This is gonna be the draft where I think we're gonna stockpile on shooters. Look at Aaron Naismith, Sadiq Bey, Tyler Bey, Devin Vassell. Those kind of guys. Those kind of guys are gonna be the ones we're looking towards to add. All right. I think there's a lot of good players. I don't know how many stars there are in this draft, but get ready, guys. It's almost draft time in a couple hours. Get ready. Let's see what this next season is gonna look like for us. Bless up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.